everyone, and welcome back to G.I. June on Jesse Heck Creatives. Today we're going over Heavy Artillery Roadblock 28 and Barbecue 32 from the G.I. Joe Classified series. Let's get to it. So here's Heavy Artillery Roadblock. He looks very nice, very good, very sleek, sort of slimming down a little bit. I kind of like it. A little bit less, bulk and a little bit more lean muscle. So let's go over this dude and see what's going on with him. Starting with this helmet. It's a nice olive color. It looks really good. It has some nice sculpting over here. Really nice. These are, rubbery. The helmet's a little bit rubbery here and there. It's black on the inside, olive on the outside. It's a nice helmet. It has a strap, again. It doesn't really clasp or anything. You don't need it to. I don't mind, They live dangerously. Very good helmet, though. Looks really cool on him. Very nice. Moving that over, and let's go over his little pistol right over here. Coming out of this thing. Yanking it out. I think it's the same pistol they used for Major Blood. I'm not exactly sure. There's a little, hole for something to come out of. It's kind of sort of poorly made. There's a lot of flanging on the top, where you can see the seam right over here. So that kind of worries me, I guess. It's not really, I don't know. It's weird. Wow. How badly was this made? I may take back my praise of this figure then. Yeah, just a weird kind of gun thing. Speaking of weird gun things, here's this boy. It's huge and big and bulky and hard to take off of how he's holding it right now. I'm just going to pry it from his grip because he doesn't want to let go of it. Come on, dude. Thank you, buddy. Alright. This is a gun thing. It's really, really neat. I like this a lot. We'll see this later on in a different set. But yeah, it has a rotating barrel, which is already warped a little bit. You can see it it goes up and then it goes down. So it kind of just isn't really, shapen correctly. The back handle is okay. It's nice. This handle is really good. This is a removable piece, I think. I think I'm going to slide it out. Yeah. It's a canister. He could throw it at people, So that's fun. You can have, you could use it as a bat maybe to bash people in. But yeah, it's just one solid color. Kind of boring. It has some holes in the front you could put some effects into. So that's pretty nice. Looks good. I guess, yeah, it's fine. It's nothing much to write home about, I guess, on this thing. So putting it aside, let's go over the actual figure. Roadblock, Heavy Artillery Roadblock. He looks pretty cool. I like him a lot. Yeah, it's nice. I like this. This could be used for something. I think someone actually made a Sergeant Slaughter on YouTube about with this. Yeah, it's really nice, really neat. So going over this, it's a camo pattern on here. It's textured a little bit. Looks really nice. There's some web gear right over here. Pretty cool. You can probably take that off if you wanted to. I don't see a attachment point or whatever, but whatever, I guess. He has this holster right over here. It's black. This is black over here. These are black. These hands, the gloves and whatnot. That's pretty good. Sort of an olive tone at the boot right over here, and black for the rest. It's the same stuff as I think the regular Roadblock. The face looks pretty good. Very stern. I'm not exactly... I think it's a different sculpt, so that's neat. I think I might switch this out for the other one, because I like this one more than the other one. But again, skin tone might be an issue. I'm not exactly sure if they're the same. I don't have my Roadblocks with me right now. But yeah, that's pretty cool. He does not have the lion tattoo, I just realized. So maybe this is heavy duty, or a different guy, or maybe he covered it up. I don't know. Maybe I could just put the heavy duty stuff on this guy, or maybe just swap the hands or arms or whatever. Just give myself some kind of sleeveless heavy duty. So that might be fine under the Roadblock V2 at least. Going over the pants, nice color, sort of like a reddish, kind of like a brownish red, in a way. It's pretty good. Looks nice. There isn't much to say about this figure. It's just what you see is what you get. It looks good, but I've seen Roadblock way too much. I've seen this kind of body mold way too much. Even Gung Ho uses it, and that's a figure I really don't like. I'm not saying this figure is bad. I'm just saying, I don't know. It goes a little, I don't know. Got a little too military, but just the pants could be different. It just, I don't know. I don't get it. It's not my thing. I'm just gonna stop rambling about it. Yeah, articulation. Let's go over that. Up for the arm, around, swivel. It's very loose, so just careful. Not really that great. Over here, down, swivel here, up, down. We got bring it around town on the hips, back this far, forward this far, head goes down, all the way crunching down to his chin to chest and up pretty far. Looks pretty nice. His bulky arms are destroying my camera angle. Down with the hip and down with the other hip on that side. They're kind of tight. Goes out this far, up this far, down and back. Dang it, a little bit of scrape right here. That's a shame. It's kind of, it doesn't want to stay down. The hips, whoa, hey. The hips don't want to stay down. It's not really, yeah, they really don't want to cooperate all that much, which is a shame. But honestly, this body mold is kind of already old after like, what, 2 years or so? So that's disappointing to me. You got, going back over here, not really that hindered. Going back over here, yeah, it's still kind of bad. It's a shame. He wasn't really made for like acrobatics. Swivel, down, up, cracks into that, you know, crunches into this, crashes. There we go. Swivel peg right here, and 2 pegs on the bottom of his feet. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not my favorite figure in the line. It's not, you know, as bad as like, what, Gung Ho, but he's pretty low on my list. He looks better when you give him the stuff, honestly. And this helmet's phenomenal. I love this little helmet. Give me more helmets. Give me more, you know, armor. Give me more, you know, armaments. Give me more stuff. Because when you have him kitted out, he looks really good, you know. But when you have him just plain and just how he was before. Also, there's some paint on the top of this thing. It's black over here. I didn't even notice until now. So they could have painted more on this thing. Yeah. He's not my favorite figure, not my least favorite. And the paint on this is pretty okay. It just sort of sloppily applied with some chips and cracks here and there. And yeah, that bugs me a lot. So yeah, he's not gung-ho bad, but he's pretty close. Heavy Artillery Roadblock stands at about 6 3/4 inches tall. Here's Heavy Artillery Roadblock next to Cobra Infantry and Zartan, who I forgot to compare last time. And this look works for the 3 of them. You have a more army-inspired Roadblock character to work with the more army-inspired Cobra Infantry. And then you also have this weird snake-themed villain, which kind of sums up G.I. Joe in a way. It actually works quite well. Here's Heavy Artillery Roadblock next to Major Blood, and they both look good together. You know, a little bit of modern, a little bit of classic, nice mishmash. Also, here's Jesse Heck Creative. These guns are too big for you, dude. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Well, if you want them back, at least let me keep the helmet. It fits so snug, I love it. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. So Barbecue, he looks really cool. First thing I notice about him, he's orange, and you know I love that. Second of all, I notice about him, he looks like Darth Vader. But I find that there's some things that are wrong with him. So let's check this guy out. The face, or what at least this mask thing we see, very nicely done. This good sort of breather plate, I guess what it is. A nice sheen for his goggles. Some rivets and like all these different like, you know, vents and earpieces and little details. Tiny, very tiny details in this guy. Super cool. Looks really nice. Really good. I like it a lot. Wow. It's just really neat. Very cool. Very cool on this helmet. Looks really great. This whole thing, whatever this is, I don't know. I'll just keep looking into it. This thing is inset into here. There's a little, you know, some crashing over here, I guess. Not crashing, but like just some little, you know, breakage, you know, not on purpose, but just, you know, molded in. Whatever these things are, look pretty cool. This thing is neat. Got a little meter right over here. Maybe it's for oxygen or something, I would guess. There's a little pouch strap right over here. Looks very nice. We also have this sort of thing over here. It's pretty cool. You know, some nice like armor over there. His backpack looks really nice. Super cool. Very neat. This bendy hose is all bendy, by the way. It's rubbery a little bit. Conforms to how you want to do it. Pretty good. Has a lot of neat little warnings down here. Super cool. Super cool. This piece right over here, it's all like, you know, this kind of like gunmetal-ish color. He's for a lot of gunmetal and a lot of orange and different like reds and stuff like that. Coming down here, he has this nice like sort of pattern down here. His boots, you know, looked really cool, and they look familiar. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this is Destro. So this is a reuse of the Destro body mold. And I would think if you crack this open, you get a Destro sort of Under Armour. And I would think that you could easily make some kind of jail-bound Destro if you just cut this guy up a lot. But that's pretty cool. Different red over here, you know. Doesn't bleed over the back, so that's good. It's just for this piece right over here. The boots are neat. We've seen them before. They're like gunmetal. That's pretty cool. The hands, I think we've seen before. I'm not sure if they're Destro or not. I'm forgetting who they are. They're kind of, you know, sticky on the inside. I don't know why. This one, a little less so. Pretty cool. Okay, so going over the accessories for this guy. This axe, pretty neat. Very nice. Has some spikes over here. I'm not sure why. I think it's just to, like, when you cut it, you know, it hits into whatever you're trying to cut and helps break it and rip it apart. That's pretty cool. This huge axe is nice, if I can get it out of him. Really neat. This is the Chop Chop axe. A lot of, you know, striations here. You know, you could actually scratch yourself on this, which is pretty cool. We have the axe over here, kind of pointy. It's painted. It's black. Same thing with this one. You know, big axe, small axe, pick your poison. Finally, the flamethrower or flame retardant or whatever it could be going through here. I'm not actually sure if he's a fireman or a fireman. Yeah, it all just plugs back into here, and that's pretty neat. You can take off the plug if you do so wish. Yeah, you can take that off on that side. Pop it back on this side. Make sure to twist it off instead of pull it off. Good. And then pop it back on. One fell swoop, and you're fine. And it works nice. Oh, and the backpack just came off. A lot more, you know, breakage back here on purpose. Purposeful breakage, you know. Looks really nice. I know there's a better word than breakage, but I'm just so tired of recording this. It's late. We have a little meter right over here. Looks really neat. Looks very nice. And he looks really good. I like this guy a lot, actually. You know, I thought I'd hate him because he does have some wobbly hips here and there. You know, it does wobble a bit. So that's a bummer for mine. So let me take off all his stuff and then go over the articulation and just see how he's going to go, because I know how the figure goes because it's Destro, but, you know, I just took all these off. Why am I putting them back on? Okay, so, his head can go down, buries into his chest a little bit like this, kind of into this little, like, nook right over here. So that's pretty neat. He kind of looks down pretty well. He looks back up. That's okay. Swivels around. Pivots and not. Butterfly joint over here. Swivels all the way around. Up this far. Swiveled. The elbow goes up, down. Crashes into that a little bit. That, actually, no, it isn't even a thing. Let's see if this one goes. No, it's a little bit worse. So, yeah. Elbows aren't really that great. Swivel over here, up here. Right there. And then, which hinge is it? It's the... I cannot tell. Oh, it's the up and down hinge. It's really not... It's kind of buried in there. Yeah, up and down hinge for like guns and stuff. Up and down hinge. And then for this one, it is the same up and down hinge, but a little bit better. Trigger fingers for him, for some weird reason. Goes back this far, or this far. He has a little bit of crunch, which is pretty neat. Hip swivel, down with the hips. Up this far, pretty good. And then forward this far, and then back. I'm kind of worried about his, you know, longevity, because I'm seeing some stress marks in there, or either that's something else, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I had one just break on me, and I had to get a new one. So yeah, that's disappointing. Goes up this far, down, swivel at the top, swivel at the bottom, down, up, pivot, and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Very boilerplate standard G.I. Joe classified figure. It works out pretty well. I mean, again, this guy isn't my favorite either as far as these two figures go in this one review. So yeah, it just doesn't really, you know, not surprised, but it just doesn't really, you know, get me. One thing I gotta say about the axe handling back here, you can actually slide this in and then push it down. This one you can actually go into here. I would rather this one just be, you know, just like that kind of thing, where it just latches onto the front and just stays right there. So that's kind of weird. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm not exactly sure. Actually, no, I am doing it right, because you can't fit that one in there. Yeah, so that's Barbecue. He's a good figure, not great. He's a lot of reuse, and his joints are kind of wobbly sometimes. A lot of times, it's hard to stand him up. You know, so maybe I might track another one down. Maybe I might not. I have no real, you know, I guess got him for the number on the card. Maybe I'll sell him. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But yeah, that's barbecue for you. Maybe you could put an effect piece in here, by the way. There's a little hole for it, so attach something in there and make that work. He's also a little bit wobbly on his feet, too. He's trying to stand up straight. This is as good as I got him. So, yeah, let's go to the height comparison. Here's Barbecue next to Master of Disguise Zartan, and I didn't plan this. This just happened where Zartan happened to be the figure before Barbecue, and I forgot to review Zartan and the other one, so, hey, Zartan party, I guess. They look good together. You know, the silver kind of clashes a little bit, but I can see where the designs kind of come in, you know. It works out pretty okay, pretty well, and hey, who knows? Zartan could be under that Barbecue helmet. And also here's Jesse Heck Creative. All work and no play makes Jesse Heck creative. All work and no play makes Jesse Heck creative. All work and no play makes Jesse Heck creative. All work and no play makes Jesse Heck creative. Overall, not half bad figures, but again, not half bad either. So let's go over Heavy Artillery Roadblock. He's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4th roadblock we've gotten. It's just, I kind of hate it. It's just so much use on one guy. I get that he is probably a good character. I get that he's loved by the community, but let's show some love to other characters, you know? That being said, he's alright, you know? He's not the best roadblock, you know? And I don't think he's the worst roadblock either. I think he's in 3rd place, though. You know, the other 2 roadblocks are just, I think, better than him. He looks good. He has good deco. He has some good stuff. I'm just sort of soured by the fact that it's another roadblock. He has nice accessories, yet they're just very bland. The helmet's the only good thing about him that I really love. I could use like 20 of those helmets. Please gimme. Yeah. So that's just it, I guess. That gun's pretty good, but we'll see it reused down the line. The other gun is just a shame of a gun. It has a lot of weird flanging. And again, it's just another roadblock, so I'm just going to move on to Barbecue, who is a better figure, but again, wobbly joints, reused body. He just looks okay. The axes are cool, I guess. The flame thing is kind of weirdly done, you know, with the cord and the fire retardant sort of piece, and everything sort of fitting together. How it works like that, it's just kind of strange. He is orange, which is good, but doesn't really make up for the fact that it's a bad figure, you know. He has a lot of sort of love put in him with the sculpt and everything, but I wish they could go a little bit farther with him. You know, something better. Give me an effect piece or something. That'd be nice. You know, something to show what he can do. Instead we just have a guy with some kind of weird gun thing. Yeah, they gotta release some effects pieces for these guys. But yeah, overall it was just kind of like blah blah blah, whatever. You know, we'll see down the line, you know, better figures to come. But right now, Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more G.I. June on Jesse Heck Creative. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Heck Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jesseheckcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned!